Okay, so as I told you that we are going to deal with the theoretical chapters first, and IP for class 11th is being divided into 4 major units. Unit number 1 is Introduction to Computer System. Unit number 2 is Python, which is a programming language. Unit 3 is MySQL, which is a database management system. And unit number 4 is emerging trends. The emerging trends, I think by name onwards you'll get to know that what is the latest technology which is going to happen, which is going to come. Like I think we all know very well artificial intelligence and all, machine learnings and all. Okay, so this is emerging trends. So out of these 4 units, the 2 units which are theoretical in nature are the very first, which is Introduction to Computer System, and unit number 4, which is emerging trends. Okay, so first of all we are going to deal with the very first unit, which is Introduction to Computer System. So just find the definition of computer here. What is computer? So computer is an electronic device that processes input data and produces result according to a set of instructions called program. This is definition of a computer, and I think we all know very well that you might have read about computer in your earlier classes too. Okay, so I am just telling you all what does a computer mean. So computer is an electronic device. Whatever instructions we give to computer, so first of all computer will convert those instructions in terms of zeros and one, because it is such a machine which understands binary language. Now what is this binary language? Just remember, binary means 0 and 1. Binary means in terms of 0 and 1. So whatever we say, just imagine I have asked a computer to add 2 numbers. I have simply given 2 numbers to computer and I have asked the computer to add these 2 numbers. Suppose the 2 numbers are 2 and 3. We all know very well that the answer comes out to be 5. But how the processing is done in case of computer? Suppose I have given the number 2 as well as 3 to the computer system. So first of all computer will convert this 2 as well as 3 in terms of zeros and ones. That means suppose in case of 2, if I say binary representation of 2, so the binary representation of 2 will be 0010. And likewise in case of 3, the binary representation will be 0011. Now when this addition will be done, so your answer comes out to be 0101, which is 5. Do not bother about the numbers like 0010 which I use right now, because this I am going to tell you that how this functioning is being done. Okay, you are just supposed to remember that if I say computer, so computer understands binary language, and binary is what? Binary means in terms of 0 and 1. Okay, so this is the language which computer understands. Now coming to the point how the processing is being done. Just imagine I have given 2 numbers, that is 2 and 3 to the computer. First of all, this 2 numbers conversion into binary will be done by the computer's CPU, and after the processing part it will jump to the ALU, that is arithmetic and logical unit. Again I am telling you all, do not bother about these terms, because these terms we are going to deal in a very detailed manner. Okay, roughly I am telling you all how, if the definition is given that it processes the input data and produces result. So what is the meaning of this? So when it comes to ALU, that is arithmetic and logical unit, the addition part is being done over here, and then it will generate the answer as 5. So since the answer came out to be 5, so we will get to know that yes, this is the correct answer when we add the 2 numbers, that is 2 as well as 3. Okay, so roughly what a computer is? Computer simply what it means, that computer takes different data or input the data, process those data, and then produces the result. This is a definition of a computer. Okay, so as I told you that you have to make your own notes. So I think if you find the definition here, you can find the highlighted portion, jot this point down and make this in your Freya copy as your notes. Okay, so computer is an electronic device that processes the input data and produces result according to a set of instructions called program. Lastly, I told you that there are certain terms, like if I say program, the program is what? It is set of instructions. We have compiled many instructions all together, so those instructions all together will be a program. Okay, and if I say software, so if we have gathered all the programs together, so that comprises a software. Okay, even we are going to deal about the hardware, softwares, types of software, but first of all we'll find some major terms of computer. Okay, so see the major functions. If I say the functions of computer, so the function will be what? First of all, it will take the data with the help of input device. Obviously, suppose if I'm asking you how do we input something, so we make use of keyboard, right? So what is a keyboard? Keyboard is a what? It is an input device. Then second is it stores the data. If I say it stores the data, so I think storing, again if I say data storage comes under memory part, right? Then whatever data we give, it processes those data. It controls operation of a computer. This is a part of control unit, and then it gives result in the form of output. So if we say like answer came out to be 5, so where we are seeing the answer as 5? Onto output unit, that is your monitor, or we say visual display unit. Okay, now see, coming to the block diagram, this is very important. You can easily find the functional components of a computer in this block diagram. Okay, just find the arrow. So the arrow which is marked here, this is incorrect. In spite this arrow you have to make here. Okay, make the arrow here, this is incorrect. Okay, let's just find first of all what is the first component, first component is input device. Okay, then see input device, from input device we came to the very big block. This big block is CPU. This big block is a CPU. Then what we can find onto the CPU, we can find two major components that are control unit, that is CU, and ALU, which is arithmetic and logical unit. Okay, and you can find some dotted arrows here as well as bidirectional arrows. Okay, so see from the CU you can find one arrow to the memory. This memory is what? Main or primary memory. Okay, and here you can find secondary or auxiliary memory. The arrow which is bidirectional, this arrow is bidirectional, that means data can be transferred in both ways. Okay, and from this CPU component you can find one arrow to the output devices and one dotted arrow came from the CU to the output devices. So what does this arrow mean? If the arrow is a solid line, so that arrow is a data path. That means if I am saying this arrow which is a solid line, so this means flow of data. And if I say dotted line, so this is a control signal. Okay, so that means this is flow of control signals, how it flows onto the function, onto this component of computers. Okay, so this is the functional component or functional unit of a computer. This is very important. Now first of all see this diagram very carefully, and then we will find this explanation. Okay, now see, roughly I am telling you all how it actually works. Just find here only in the onto this diagram. First of all, see what is there? Input devices. With the help of an example, I am going to tell you how this functions. Now see, if I am saying input devices, that means if I am supposed to give an input, definitely I will make use of an input device. Input device can be your keyboard, mouse, and there are various input devices, I think, right? But right now I have told you two input devices which we use on daily basis. So see, with the help of this input devices, what we are doing, we are giving input to the computer. Now suppose I have given the work to add two numbers. They are 2 and 3. Same example as I told you in the definition of computer. Okay, suppose I have asked computer to add two numbers, and that two numbers are 2 as well as 3. So what I did, I made use of a keyboard, and with keyboard I pressed 2 and 3. Okay, so see, if I am using keyboard and if I am entering some data, so that what does this mean? That I am providing an input to the computer. Okay, so I have taken two numbers, I have used input devices, and what I did, I have input two numbers to the computer. So this is functioning of input device. Okay, this is the first function which an input device does. Now see, as soon as I have given the two numbers, which is 2 and 3, to this input unit, this is input unit, this is output unit. Okay, in spite of devices, what you can do, you can write input unit. Okay, now see, if I am saying, I am just making this, please whenever you will make the diagram, just write down, in spite of device, just write down unit. Okay, now see, what does this actually mean? Suppose I have given two numbers, that is 2 and 3, to the input block. So first of all the computer will convert this 2 as well as 3 in terms of zeros and 1. So binary conversion will be done. Just imagine that two numbers in terms of 0 and 1s are 0, 0, 1, 0 and 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, again this conversion, don't bother about the conversion, I will tell you, but roughly just imagine that if I say computer understands only binary language or machine language, these two are the same name, machine language or binary language. Apart from this, computer cannot understand any other language. Okay, whatever we speak even. So computer first of all will convert this in terms of zeros and ones only. Then only any processing or any output will be generated. Okay, so the very first part, the very first work is done onto this input block. Computer will convert that number 2 and 3 in terms of zeros and ones. Okay, then we'll come to the second block, which is CPU. And you can find a big block CPU, which is a central processing unit. Now a central processing unit, I think we all know very well that CPU is known as the brain of computer, and onto the CPU block there are two major components. They are CU, which is control unit, and ALU, which is arithmetic and logical unit. So when I say CU or control unit, so CU or control unit, as the name suggests, means the controlling part, whatever operation is being performed, whatever operation we have given computer to perform, so the governing part or the controlling part or the guidelines or the guidance will be given by the CU, which is control unit. Okay, then we have ALU, which is arithmetic and logical unit. Now see, arithmetic means what? Arithmetic means plus, minus, division, multiplication. This 4 operation comes under arithmetic part. Okay, and when I say logical means what? Comparison. If I say is 2 greater than 3, so we will say no ma'am, 2 is smaller than 3. So what we are doing, we are comparing. So all symbols which are used to compare two numbers, like greater than symbol, less than, equal to, greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to, this all are logical part. Okay, so again I am saying you all, arithmetic and logical unit means arithmetic as well as logical operations are being performed under ALU. So as I told you that I have given two numbers, which is 2 and 3. So this 2 and 3 first of all will be converted in terms of zeros and ones onto input unit only, because input unit is responsible for conversion of any number or any instructions which we give to computer in terms of zeros and ones. once the conversion is being done, then it comes to the CPU part, which is central processing unit, because it is brain of the computer. And here it comes to the ALU part, which is arithmetic and logical unit. I repeat, arithmetic and logical unit. So as the name suggests, arithmetic operators or arithmetic operations are plus, minus, division, multiplication. And logical means what? Comparison. Greater than symbol, less than, and so on. So as we were supposed to add two numbers, so addition comes under this part only, which is arithmetic and logical unit. So onto this ALU part, the addition will happen. So answer came out to be 5. Yes, addition is done and then answer came out to be 5. Now from this ALU again you can find bidirectional arrow. It comes to the CU part and then it came to the output unit. So as answer came out to be 5, but again we know it very well that the answer which we received 5 will be in terms of zeros and ones. So once it comes to the output unit, so output unit is responsible for again conversion of binary to human understandable. If I am saying just add 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1 1, so answer obviously will be in terms of zeros and ones only, because this is binary language. Okay, so just imagine your answer came out to be 0 1 0 1, which is 5. But if I say you what is 0 1 0 1, so if we don't know the binary conversion, so we won't be able to answer that yes, the answer is 5. Just because of this, come onto the output block. Onto this output block, the conversion part is being done. That means this output unit is responsible for conversion of any binary language to human understandable language. That means it will convert 0 1 0 1 to 5. Now if I receive the answer as 5, that is the number 5, so I will say yes, this is 5. The answer came out to be correct. Okay, so this is a rough sketch of how your computer functions, how your computer works. Okay, and see here you can find two more components which are attached to the CPU part, which are memory. The very first one is primary memory or secondary memory. Now see, you all know very well that computer do not remain free. Computer never remain idle. Every now and then some or the other processing work is being done, right? So from where those data is to be taken? So actually the CPU takes those random data from primary memory. CPU takes those random data from primary memory, and if we need to save them, again I am taking an example. Suppose I have asked you all to make a presentation, and what you did, you are making a presentation, okay, but you have not saved the file and there is power failure. So if you have not saved the file and there is power failure, that means what? That means that your file is stored onto the primary memory. Okay, and as soon as you will save the file, so that means what? That is a secondary memory, or that is saved one, means onto some storage, onto some space you can find that yes, my file is stored on this area, right? So memories are what? Memories are of two types, that is primary and secondary, and we all know it very well that they are volatile as well as non-volatile in nature, right? So the memory part, onto this memory I'll make another video. Till the time, just remember the functional units and find the definition of computer as well. And if anything is not clear, do let me know onto the WhatsApp group so that I can make it very clear to you. Okay, for today your work is to write the definition of computer, which I have highlighted and I have shown you, and your second work is to make the functional unit, which is this one. You have to make this diagram onto your copy. Okay, on to next video I am going to give the explanation for this functional components. Okay, for doubt ask me on the